Hey guys, I'm Eric and Karina.
I'm Nepo Baby.
And I'm no longer having COVID, Eric.
No, you're COVID boy still.
No.
Someone who's gotten COVID over 4 times.
Only 4 times, not over. And let me just say, before we...
Only 4 times.
Before the whole thing, when the podcast is called The Law According to Karina, we can decide. Till then, is E-Ride.
I'll edit it out. Anywho, but welcome back, guys, to the late podcast. The Law According to Eric. So we're giving you a short episode because we've been pretty busy here at the office.
Yeah, it's been a really crazy last 7 to 8 days. We have a particular case I can't get into specifics, but it's taken a lot of weird twists and turns. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people get mad and unhappy with their exes and whatever, and they try to wreak havoc. So we're dealing with all that, but we didn't want to miss an episode, and because the office is going to actually be closed Friday for a long weekend, we wanted to get one out, even if it's going to be a shorter one. So, Hurricane, what are we talking about today?
The 4th of July.
Oh, okay, on America. Point. Look at that, on point.
Thoughts?
I mean, F the British,
Yeah, the British work tomorrow. Fuck y'all.
There you go. That's right. It's not their Independence Day.
Exactly. All right. So, first one is Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
All right. So, title is Am I the Asshole? Wore an offensive shirt and ruined 4th of July weekend. Okay.
Okay.
I, 20 female, live a few hours away from my parents and decided to visit for the 4th of July. My mother is a terrible person. She's a narcissist, mega religious, pro-life, anti-vax, etc. You get the picture. She
votes for Trump.
Basically.
Yeah. All right.
She has abused me in different ways my whole life, but after I moved out and got married, she has tried to be friends and acting like none of the trauma ever happened. My dad is also conservative, but he's a nice person and cares about other people, unlike my mother, who is known as the town Karen. Okay. I wore a shirt to their house that said, "I'm not gay, but my asshole is," on the back. I found it at Goodwill and thought it was funny. Plus, it's the most comfortable shirt I've ever owned. My parents saw it and my dad was laughing it off. He obviously was a little uncomfortable, and he offered me one of his shirts to wear instead. I was a little peeved, but I put on the shirt and joked, "What happened to freedom of speech?" My dad laughed and said the shirt was a little shocking to his generation. Okay, whatever, Dad. But I get it. My mom, on the other hand, was livid. She started yelling at me about how America has gone to shit ever since gay marriage was legalized, and said I was disgusting for wearing a shirt like that, and that gay people are disgusting, and that changed into an anti-abortion. What? And that changed into I guess. I didn't want to stoop to her level, and I grabbed my keys off the table and left their house after only being there for maybe an hour. Once I got home, I blocked my mom on everything, but now that the anger has passed, I feel like I was being an asshole and I shouldn't have worn the stupid shirt that I knew was going to cause trouble. Am I the asshole here?
I mean, okay, first of all, there's no doubt that the mother's also an asshole.
Right.
At first, I was like, okay, he's painting this picture that she's conservative, which doesn't make you an asshole. And then when he put, she has tried to be quote unquote friends, I was like, yo, okay, so clearly there's something up between them. But honestly, maybe if he wore the shirt just to get a reaction out of him, maybe a little bit of an asshole. But at the end of the day, wear your shirt, brother. No one should really care.
I feel like this is an everyone sucks situation, though. Not the dad. I feel like he's cool.
Yeah,
but, the mom obviously is an asshole. And then she knew it was going to rile her up. It's like she wanted that reaction. So I just feel like they both suck. I don't know. That's just my thought.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think he's the asshole. Mm-hmm. While I might personally feel like the mom is an asshole, it's hard for me. I don't know her well enough or, anything about them. Mm-hmm. Somebody may have warped sort of middle America Bible Belt mentalities about all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. To me, that makes them assholes. Right. But that's only because my beliefs are different.
Right.
And who am I to, post judgment? I will tell you that I happen to be a fan of funny shirts.
He does.
Right. And I have some pretty inappropriate ones too but this is the point. I definitely pick my audience.
Right.
So, for example, I had a couple of shirts made that I chose not to wear at the World Series of Poker because I'm going to be in a room with thousands and thousands of people, and I'm sure would offend a good portion of them.
Right.
So I just leave myself out of the situations. And when I buy something funny, it's for myself. But I could wear a funny shirt like my poker night.
Right.
Like, for example, I had a shirt that was one of the best ones I ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a simple white T-shirt and black letters that said, "I fuck on the first date." Right? And so I know I can wear that to my poker game. It's very funny, right? But I can't wear that to dinner with Jen. Like, she's just not. Even though she thinks the shirt's funny as hell, everything's about surroundings. Now, this guy went to his family's home.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, no. You. I know you think it's like, wow, what a dick. He knows how his mom is. No, that's a safe space for him. No, I'm serious. It should be.
No, it doesn't say it should be, but it doesn't sound safe.
No, I know, but that's my point. I can wear anything I want to my dad's house or when my mom was alive when they were together, you know. And even if they got a little offended at it or thought it was uncomfortable, they're not going to like make a scene. They're not going to do an argument over it. Now,
exactly.
I'll share with you one kind of true funny story, and I'm only going to share this because Nepo's here. So many people don't know, okay, but Nepo has the unique gift of having 2 godparents.
Right.
Okay, he had a childhood godfather and an adult godfather. Okay.
I have 3.
Okay. Why? Which one's in jail? Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, they're all out now.
No, I'm kidding. None of them went to jail that I know of.
Here's the point. So Nepo's childhood godfather and me are friends. We know each other a long time. Right. So meaning me and his dad, thought it was so funny. I got him a shirt one time that said something like, "I'm not gay, but $40 is $40."
That's a good one.
But you have to understand who it's for, and that's why it's funny, you know.
Exactly.
So that's my point. A lot of this really just has to do with picking your audience.
Yeah.
Right? So that's really more, I think. So is he the asshole? Maybe he's a half dingleberry because he might have known his mom would get all freaked out about it. Yeah. But at the same time, if you can't just be yourself in front of your parents and family, that's a different kind of set of issues. So maybe he's a small, like I said, like a half dingleberry asshole, but that's about it.
Half dingleberry?
Yeah, I can't get more from that.
Yeah, I think half dingleberry is like
Plus, it's kind of a funny shirt, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, and it's fun to poke the bear, especially when the bear is a Karen, you know?
Exactly. Sometimes you have to, also. All right, so this is what would Eric do. Title is, Neighbors Damaged My Cars from July 4th Fireworks. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Here we go. Hi, Internet. Acknowledge me. Hello, please. Sorry.
I live in a suburban neighborhood and keep 3 cars in my driveway.
Okay, he's already a dick. So douchey.
I know.
Well, so my Bentley, my Aston Martin, and the sedan, the Mercedes that I use for day to day.
How big is your fucking driveway, though? Well, but anyway.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. My old house. Right. My old house probably left. I could fit 3 cars on my driveway.
Oh shit. Okay.
But
all right. My next.
By the way, sorry. It depends on your definition of driveway.
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
No, you missed the joke completely because some men refer to women's JJs as driveways.
That's true.
Right? It's like when you say, how wide is your driveway? Like, can you park a 747? Because otherwise, that's a different set of problems.
I took that as maybe you could park on the grass. You didn't care.
No. I ran over someone's going to play tic-tac-toe on the grass.
You did.
That was a long time ago.
You did. All right. My next-door neighbor's son shot some fireworks in the cul-de-sac that is connected to my driveway. My 3 cars got covered in soot/gunpowder and the paper wrappings from the fireworks. I talked to them and they said they would cover the cost of the car washes. I unfortunately did not get this in writing or anything and took my phone number. I washed one of the cars and the issue is the paint got permanently stained and messed up. So all 3 cars need a new paint job to be 100% clean/repaired. However, now they won't answer their door and I can't seem to get in touch with them at all. So I'm not even sure if they'll keep their word about paying for the car washes. I took pictures of all the damage. What should I do?
You want to go first? I know exactly what you should do.
What did you do?
Well, you can go first.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not going to give legal advice.
No one is giving legal advice here, let's be honest.
Dude, all 3 cars got hit by the fireworks? That sounds intentional.
Well, he has 3 cars in his cul-de-sac connected driveway.
Yeah, but like all 3 cars got hit, bro? Like
I meant it should be personal.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make this easy. Okay, what would Eric do? Assuming this is valid advice anywhere else he lives, but if this were California, I assume he has like the name of the people, his neighbors, or whatever, knows who they are. I would get an estimate, 3 estimates from 3 different places to fully repaint each car, and I would take them to small claims court. Yeah. I would sue them unless it exceeds the maximum. I think in California it's $15,000. Los Angeles is $15K.
But it depends what cars they are too. Yeah.
I don't know that you need. I don't know it's going to cost more than $5,000 per car to do just a paint job.
Right.
You never know. But I'm saying generally, if it exceeds that, then he has real damages.
Right.
You can go to unlimited civil. But that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Hey,
and he has witnesses, he said. Like,
that's all, right. They just signed a declaration. They acknowledged it. You know, whether you did it in writing or not, all I have to do is say, I spoke to them. They agreed to cover the cost for washing it. And what I realized is that these fireworks permanently damage my paint. And these are expensive cars. And this is what it's going to take to make me whole. And then and then I would tell them nicely. I would leave a little letter in the mailbox saying, listen, neighbor, here's 3 estimates. This is the issue. And if we don't resolve this in the next 2 weeks or whatever, then I have to take legal action. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then just be prepared to never get invited to the fucking neighborhood potlucks again or participate.
Who likes to go to those anyways?
Some people like those. They're like those. Oh. You ever seen those like full block like garage sales where like everybody? So he'll be excluded from shit like that.
I don't think he goes anyways.
I'm doing all with his 3 cars.
I don't think he goes.
Look, I don't want to be a jerk. He could have 3 hoopties. We don't know. Like just 3 like you know like fucking Hyundais or whatever they are. I don't know. I'm just saying. You never know.
They could be his kids. We don't know. Yeah.
But it's not the point.
Yeah.
It is kind of fucked up when somebody does stuff like that, even for a holiday. You got to be cognizant of boundary lines and people's property. So that's what I would do.
Next one. Am I the asshole for vaping indoors at my friend's house during our 4th of July party?
No. Well, it depends what's in the vape. Sorry.
For some context, I used to be a smoker / addict to others because I was really stressed out by school.
What?
Now it's the summer and I've quit smoking and I have started vaping instead since it's better for me. I don't know how that's better, but whatever. My friends, Jared, 19 male, and Ron, 18 male, both know of my vaping habits and understand that I can go into withdrawal if I don't vape every once in a while. So basically, I went to Jared's house, pretty much bought $200 worth of fireworks for all 3 of us, and started to get ready for the festivities. However, soon after going to his house, I felt the sensation and realized I needed to take a couple of hits. I excused myself and took some hits in the bathroom, making sure that the fans were on so the vape gas wouldn't linger. Well, Jared's little brother caught me and snitched on me to their parents. Long story short, I got kicked out of their house and Jared was pissed at me. They didn't compensate me for the fireworks, so I just had to watch from a distance where they couldn't see me. Am I the asshole here?
How fast did this rat move? Like, he got kicked out that same day and just had to, like, watch?
No, he was just there. He was at his parents' house.
Yeah.
At the guy's parents' house, not his.
Oh.
They were celebrating 4th of July at his friend Jared's house.
Yeah.
And Jared's little brother found him vaping.
Yeah,
so the parents who owned the house, the parents kicked him out. But just of the party.
Yeah, no, that's... I don't even have much to say about this.
As a former smoker, I was a 3-pack a day cigarette smoker for the better part of 25 years. I've quit it's almost 7 years ago. Okay, I can tell you that the addiction that comes with nicotine and tobacco is very real. And yes, some people really do need that little fix. He probably should have just gone outside.
I read comments, actually, he had said the mom was outside in the front, so he couldn't go to the front.
He can. Just walk around the corner.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. Just go around the block. Hey, I'm going to stretch my legs. I'll be right back. Get in your car.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's the point. Because while I sympathize, truly, I know what it's like to be a smoker, all that stuff. So I sympathize with that, but you have to respect other people's houses.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't just, look, even as a huge smoker, I never smoked indoors, even in my own house, right? Because other people were there, it stinks up the rooms. Now, I know vape is different than burning nicotine. I understand that sometimes it's actually a pleasant smell, or they have like these scented, whatever. But that's not the point, right? Yeah. It's not your house. So are you the asshole? Yes. Yeah. Yes, you were.
My thing is, close the door. Why did he leave the bathroom door open?
Yeah, I know. Sure, who goes to the bathroom and leaves it open under any circumstance?
And then just starts hitting their vape. Like, that was where he fucked up. You left the door open.
Well, but maybe he just figured it was going to be quick and no big deal. I appreciate he kind of opened the windows or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not the point. Literally, buddy, walk outside, take a little walk around the block, head right back, stretch my legs, whatever. Got to get something out of my car. Do your business and go back in. Much smarter than violating someone's rule. Even if they're friends, even if it's family.
Exactly.
You just have to be respectful. And the fact that the mom said something to you and told you to get out, by the way, what that tells me is that you're not that good of a fucking friend to this family.
No.
Okay? Because if this were my close friend, right, I would say, bro, please do me a favor, not indoors. Like, it's obvious, right, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I said not to, you did get the fuck out. So that tells me he's not as tight with his family as he thinks.
I think he's just pissed that he spent $200 on fireworks and then they lit them and he didn't have
that's just him being butthurt about it. I'm being honest. Like, that's kind of like the worst part of this is he's sort of bitching about that. Like, no, we didn't compensate me. But by the way, buddy, I know you're trying really hard. You don't have to write words like compensate.
No.
Well, they didn't compensate me for my fuck you. Okay. They took the fireworks and lit them anyway, and that's what you get.
Like, was he gonna light them by himself?
Well, not even that. That's what you get.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, that's like somebody that takes their ball and goes home.
Yeah.
That's like, come on, dude. You know, like, is that the real issue here? Or is the issue that you blatantly violated your friend's rules of their house?
Exactly.
And you didn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, yeah, you know what? He's a 3 dingleberry.
3 dingleberry.
Only because I know nicotine addiction is tough. So I get it.
Them vape fiends is be crazy.
Well, I'm saying I get it. Yeah.
Like, they lose a vape and they will turn your house upside down.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. But the fact that he didn't lose it, right? He had it. All he had to do was walk outside.
Exactly.
So for those reasons, he's a 3 dingleberry, not a full 5. If it were something other than that, if this was just like he's like, fucking, I don't care, he'd be a full 5. You can't, even if this wasn't like his friend's family or whatever, just if he was like a random invitee, anything, you just have to respect other people's homes and their boundaries. Yeah, that's all. It's just about being a good human being.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
I'm going 2 dingleberries. I'll bring it down 1 notch just because that was like the most 18-year-old boy story I've ever read. And when I was 18, I did some pretty dumb dingleberry stuff. So
I'll give it a 4 just because I have many friends who are smokers, many friends who, you know, they do that daily. And I can attest that, you know, everyone knows a parent's household is something you respect, you ask first. My friends, we've never just been like, oh, well, fuck it, I'm going to just start smoking in your mom's house. No. Like, it's always, you know, it's a respecting. I don't know. That's how I see it. If I'm in someone else's parents' home, it doesn't matter if your friend said you can smoke in here. It's with the parents, really. So that's how I see it.
Let me tell you, okay? I had a friend when we were younger. His family was black. Mm-hmm. Black moms and dads, if you break their rules, this is different. I have no doubt this is a white family in some suburb.
That's what I'm saying. See, I grew up with only Hispanic and black parents. That's what I'm saying. We would never do
that. No, in fact, that kid would have had his ass beat.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's vape, if it's wacky tobacco, whatever, okay?
Nope.
He was, okay. Yeah. You do that to a black mom's house?
Yeah.
You're like, listen, yo, ma, I don't care. I need to hit. No. The fucking belt comes out. Mm-hmm. Bullshit.
Hispanic households, too. They don't play that either.
I know. Yeah. I'm telling you. Listen, not to out anybody, but Christian's mom, she's got chanclas like hidden all throughout the house.
And that chancla doesn't miss.
You could be in any fucking room, in any part, even outside by the pool, there's one somewhere within proximity.
Yeah.
It's like she's got, you know how like back in the day, you might be too young, back in the day, we used to have these things like fanny packs. We like clip them with a belt. And she's got something like that, but those are the shoes, like the slippers.
Yeah.
Like people wear gun belts, right? Like, no, she's got like slippers. Yes.
See, and that's easy. My aunt, she would throw what's in her hand. Knives, spatulas, pans, pots, whatever.
There you go.
She didn't give a fuck. It was whatever's in her hand, bow.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So he's lucky that's all that happened to him.
Exactly. All right. Next one is what Eric did.
All right.
Title is 4th of July pile up, ... in my driveway. So this drunk driver goes 80 miles per hour and totals my car. Makes my car slam into my mom's car and then the garage door. Then keeps going, taking out a tree, a light pole in the process, and proceeds to damage 3 other cars in the neighborhood. I have full coverage and my insurance company has been on top of it. No worries for my poor totaled car. Seriously, he fucked it up. The advice I need is that he has a limitation of $20,000 on his braided insurance. They are telling my mom there may not be enough money to go around and cover my mom's car or the garage door fully. Her insurance is not helping at all. Is it possible to sue the driver for the excess?
Yes.
And so yes. I want to know if it's a waste of time or not to do it.
Depends if he has assets.
Thoughts?
This, for whatever reason, happens at my parents' house a lot. Like there's no, not like a driveway. Like it's not like going into the garage, but there is they live on a main street, and I'd say like once every couple years there's a drunk driver that rams into someone's car that's parked right in front. It's annoying as hell. Like it is so annoying, but you know, not going to give legal advice on this one, but I sympathize.
Yeah. So you just said yes, go after him?
Yeah.
All right. But with all your commentary?
To answer your question, is it worth it? There's no way of knowing that without knowing if the guy owns property, if he has some kind of job, if he has any assets. But I wouldn't just let it go.
No, me neither. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. I mean, bullshit. Like, the fact that he's got ghetto insurance, because that's it, and you have policy limits that low.
Yeah.
Right? You basically just want the cheapest you can get and still be within the law. That's all that's what it sounds like he's got. You know, so it may be a bit of a waste of time. He may not have much more, but I would certainly, get him involved.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Would I be the asshole for not letting my son spend the 4th of July with his dad's family? Okay. Mm-hmm. This is kind of a long one, though, so stay with me here.
All right.
My 32 female son, 8 males, father, we'll call him John, passed away in February of this year. John and I haven't been together for around 7 years, and I am married now with another child, 1 male, with my husband, and a daughter from a relationship before John.
What a whore.
Why?
How many fucking kids does she crank out with different people?
3.
Okay, she's not an NBA player.
Just why didn't the dads leave? You don't know if the dads are the ones who left.
You know why they left? They didn't leave. They're hiding from her.
Sure.
That's what I think.
My husband also has 3 children from a different relationship as well.
Sorry. I spoke too soon. Anyway, sorry.
All of this is relevant to say that it's hard to plan having all of them here at the same time for certain holidays. We have split custody with his kids, and my son usually went with John for the 4th when we didn't have all the kids. When John passed, my son took it really hard and is healing in his own time, and my husband and I have been there to support him in any way he needs. With John's family's blessings, my husband has came with us to support my son at the funeral. He bought my son a necklace to carry his dad's ashes in and has generally been a beacon for my son.
Aww.
I have let my son go to his grandma's for Father's Day to celebrate John, spend a week at a time there with John's side of the family, and be there for every celebration of life they have for him, and even brought him back from summer camp early to celebrate the monthly versary of John's passing. I don't mind any of this, as I feel it will help my son heal to be around them and honor his dad's memory, and it also helps John's family to have a piece of John around him. Apparently the son's like the spitting image of John. This year for the 4th, I finally have all of my kids, and John and I discussed earlier in the year me having my son this year to celebrate with us because I haven't had him the last 2 years for fireworks.
Oh, John's dead.
He died in February. Yeah.
Oh, so she discussed 4th of July plans before he died in February?
Usually. I mean, I don't know. I've seen it when people are divorced. They usually in the beginning of the year they plan out the holidays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Because usually that kind of stuff is dealt with in a divorce decree where you do custody and visitation schedules, but whatever.
Yeah, sometimes holidays are done like that.
Whatever. Okay, it just sounded a little strange. Mm-hmm. But all right, go ahead. All good.
Where was I? Okay. My son's grandma asked me a couple of days ago if they could keep him for the 4th. He's been over there for the last week. And said that they are doing another big celebration for John with a firework finale, and having my son there makes it feel like John is there. I told her I was looking forward to having all of my kids, as John and I had discussed, and she basically guilt-tripped me, saying that I am not allowing my son to celebrate his father's life. It would be a big deal to let them have my son like they have in the past when John was alive, and that I was being selfish, that they needed my son. Now I just don't know. I feel as though my husband and I have been doing our best to make sure he honors his dad's memory and gets to be a part of every celebration they've had so far, and understand this is a hard situation for everyone involved. Would I be the asshole for having him celebrate with my family instead?
I don't know if she'd be the asshole. I mean, if she already discussed this with John prior to his passing, that he'd be there is one thing, but it also changes, obviously, that he passed. I feel like the grandma's reaction wasn't, very, I don't know, proportional with the issue at hand. Guilt-tripping her and saying that she doesn't allow her son to celebrate his father's life is, just straight up cap, because he's been to every single thing since. She said monthly versary.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy for her to be no, I want John here for the 4th, but I think ultimately, John's son here for the 4th, but I think ultimately just let the kid decide, I guess.
I'm glad you said that. There is an edit about that. She said, the first thing I did was ask him what he wanted, and he wants to celebrate with me and his siblings. He speaks openly with me about everything, and he said that he feels sad over there and pressured to act a certain way because of how everyone around him feels. He wants to celebrate and be happy on the 4th because it's his favorite holiday. His grandma says since he is a child that I should make the right decision for him and make him go celebrate his father since the passing was so recent.
Grandma's the asshole.
Grandma is the asshole, and honestly, I mean, I feel for her. She lost her son, obviously young, but you can't, this is a situation I feel where they're oh, but that's John now. They see him as John because he looks just like him. And it's one of those weird situations where they're well, if we have him, we have John. And they kind of expect him to be John. And like the kid said, it's being weird now. He feels uncomfortable. I think the grandma's a really big asshole. I'll give her a 4 just because she did lose her son. She gets 4 dingleberries. But I took 1 off because she lost her son. But I just feel she's being really unreasonable. And only because she lost her son doesn't mean the lady has to lose her son to her.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
Eric doesn't agree is what I'm getting at.
I don't think anybody's the asshole here. at all. I'll tell you. Well, obviously, I'm going to have to tell you why. But let me explain. And I don't even have like a funny bit for this. I don't. A child losing a father, a parent losing a son at a young age. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to process. I'm positive in hearing this post that the grandparents are grieving as well. And they don't, it's hard to hear that their grandson, John's son, their son's son, may not want to stay there and whatever. And they're not seeing the kid's point of view. At the same time, it's completely understandable that they would take the position they've taken, given all these circumstances, and especially if they plan some extra things and they're trying to make this like a celebration of their son's life. It's really, really hard to put a timetable on grieving. So for me, I don't. When my mom passed, it's not the same as a child. I get it, or it's not my father, and I'm not young. But when my mom passed, we didn't have like a monthly thing. But it doesn't mean that we don't think about her her life. I don't. So I'm saying this is the way they deal with it. And while this might be a little unpopular, because I have children of my own, they're not super young. They're all my youngest is 17, but I can't help but think that maybe there is a little bit to that. The mom really should. I don't want to say the mom should decide. I actually like the mom's approach. It really just depends on how old the child is.
I think it said 8.
Yeah, but that's what I know what it said. I'm saying, like, generally speaking, an 8-year-old often may not be able to articulate exactly what he feels, and he may just be giving his mom the answer he thinks his mom wants to hear. Maybe he doesn't want to hurt her feelings or have more drama. He may be telling his grandma opposite, because like when you're on the spot, you don't want to hurt their feelings either. So like, hey.
Well, no, I think he told his grandma he didn't want to go.
No, I'm just saying, I'm saying like in general, hey, little Billy, why don't you stay here with me and Grandpa? Oh, okay, I think, so I like the approach of saying, well, Billy, what do you want? But just understand that a lot of times the answer may change depending on who's asking that question. So it's a tough one. This is a pretty somber situation. I don't think anybody's really the asshole here. So I'm going to, here, a legal term of art, I'm going to abstain from voting on the Dingleberry scale on this one. It is almost like, though, having a child like with no dad around. And then asking that child if they want to go see their dad, and then that child not even know who the dad really is. Sorry, I got you, buddy. We got new microphones too. I don't have to mumble. All right, sorry. That's it. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
All right, next one. This is what would Eric do? Eric just dropped his phone.
Sorry.
All right, title is, on 4th of July, my neighbor hit my brother, 14, in the head with a mortar shell, which is illegal where I live. Can we do anything about it? So as the title says, last year my neighbors tilted over a mortar, which fired a shell right at my tree and hit my brother in the head, which he got a scar, and now it's a scar and a bald spot on his head. I know it's been a year, but they are firing off mortars again, and it's hitting my cars and my roof. Are we able to do anything?
What? Like, country? Okay, well, obviously it's the U.S. because it's 4th of July, but like the mortars in your backyard, like what? I mean, I could mortar, whatever it is. A mortar's like what they used to. You like put. Do you want to explain it? It's just like an explosive. Just.
You can basically a mortar, something that fires mortar rounds.
Shit! Okay.
But I doubt it's those. I've seen like little handheld ones, almost like fireworks cannons, where they go like pop, 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 and they just sort of shoot up. But here's the point: if there's legit physical harm, right, to property and person, you need a
14-year-old.
You need to fucking step in.
He's 14 and having a bald spot.
I know, poor bastard.
Over fucking
he's
fireworks.
Yeah, that's not okay. I definitely think that.
The app is undergoing a reconnection process. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, we just got cut short because we had a service interruption. But
okay, because
the bottom line is this: I don't know where they live, like what state they're in. I cannot imagine there's a single state in the union where you can't do something about that.
Right.
Even in the most backwards, fucked up, redneck fireworks on the road, fucking states. Okay, physical injury is not okay.
Right.
This fucking kid is going to be like, he's going to look like a goof the rest of his fucking life.
Literally.
I'm saying.
Fucking bald spot.
Okay, he may need therapy, right? And their fucking cars are getting fucked up. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. Look, I don't understand why people in middle America can't just go to watch a fucking fireworks show at the state fair like everybody else. Why they have to get these fucked up little rockets and light shit off.
Right.
Whatever, okay? I understand. All I'm suggesting is if you're going to play, be prepared to pay. Mm-hmm. So, to the neighbors that launched that shit, 4 dingleberries. To the poor kid who's now going to go through life with a bald spot.
0 dingleberry.
No, he's a 2 dingleberry.
Why?
Fucking move.
Okay, those just come in.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, but they're fast as fuck. Okay, well, obviously, my thing is, it hit the back of his head. He didn't see that shit coming.
And you hear these things whistling at you.
Yeah, but they threw it, they hit the tree, and then it hit his head.
Whatever, so fucking duck. I'm just
he didn't know it was
coming
towards him. Right. Like,
no, you know what? He's not blameless in this. That's okay, that's all. Hey, Nepo, what's this called in law school?
What?
Let's start with a C. It's called comparative
negligence.
There you go. Comparative negligence. That's when it's not all just one person's fault.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
That just happened.
All right. Well, maybe so last one?
Yeah, okay, last one, because we don't even know if this is recording.
It says it is, and on the website it says that it's recording.
All right, well,
it says
hopefully.
it is. All right.
Short episode today.
Title is, would I be the asshole for not letting my boyfriend go on a 4th of July trip?
Yes.
I 24 female.
I don't care. Yes. You selfish fucking slag. I don't care how old you are.
Slag's a new one.
No, I've said that for years. You just don't listen. Okay? I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long you've been together. Okay? Guys need guy time.
Okay, so then what's your take on when guys don't let girlfriends go on trips?
I'm not supposed to go with us.
No, like when girlfriends want to go on their own trip and the guys are like, no.
That's right.
How's that right?
Because girls are irresponsible.
They're not actually.
They
boys
are.
Have you met boys?
Okay, hold on.
Have you met boys?
Girls don't do math right.
Have you met boys?
Girls get in themselves in bad situations. Girls are irresponsible. Girls don't know how to carry money the right way. Girls get stranded if their car breaks down. They don't know what to fucking do. No, I'm just joking. Both should be able to do their own little friend trips. Listen.
So you're not going to hear the story?
I will in a second.
No, okay, I was like, should I pick another one then?
No, just a little bit of a rant. But look, this is the truth, okay? Even me today, having now a girlfriend as opposed to a wife or whatever, I'm going this weekend for one night to Vegas. I'm going Friday morning, come back Saturday. Oh, fuck. It's supposed to be a surprise. My brother's going to hear the episode Friday. Is there a way to edit that out?
Yeah, I could edit it out.
All right, let me start over for a second. Look, I have a girlfriend today, but if she needs to go on a trip for something, or she has friends she wants to go see, or go visit her daughter, I'm not going to tell her no.
Right.
Just like if I need to go, if I'm doing a boys' trip to Vegas, or I went to the World Series, I went just with myself, but if I go with a couple of friends, everybody, there's absolutely nothing wrong with people kind of having their own interests and their own lives.
Right.
Okay, so now having said all that, and I wonder if this is completely off the mark on this, because if it's like, oh, my boyfriend wants to go on some sex trip to Thailand, and I don't want. If that's not that, I feel like a super asshole.
No, it's not that.
But okay, if it's not that, so go ahead, let me hear it.
Would I be the asshole for not letting my boyfriend go on the 4th of July trip? I, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 25 male, for about a year and a half. We do mostly everything together except for most holidays, since he and his family are from a different state. Last year, my boyfriend went with his hometown friends on a 4th of July trip to a lake near Austin, Texas, since that is the state that he grew up in. I did not go last year, nor was I really invited, but I didn't mind because I had other plans with my family, and we had only been dating for 5 months. But his other friends were taking their girlfriends of 2 years, and his other friends' girlfriends were not even official last year, but still went because she knows all of my boyfriend's friends' hometown friends, since she lives in Texas now.
Sounds like she did mind.
Right. This 4th of July trip plan rolls around, and my boyfriend has been telling me he's excited for me to come to this year's 2023 trip, I guess. But my boyfriend does not actually plan the trip, but his best friend, who is the group leader, I guess. He informs my boyfriend there is no space for me this year to come because he forgot about me. Meanwhile, all the other friends' girlfriends are invited but me. When my boyfriend told me this, I got really upset because I thought I would get to go from what my boyfriend had said the month earlier, even though nothing had been planned at that point. So then I asked if it was just a boys' trip, which I would have been fine with, and he said no. Then I asked, well, why don't we do our own thing for the 4th? But he said he wanted to go on this 4th of July trip with his friends since he has been doing it for the last 6 years and never gets to see them since he lives in a different state. I have no plans on the 4th and would just be sitting at home. And I told him I did not want him to go since I was not invited because I wanted to spend the holiday with him. He told me I was being ridiculous and that I could find something else to do for the 4th and not be so dependent on him. Would I be the asshole for not letting him go on the trip?
I mean, would she be the asshole for not letting him go on the trip? Maybe. Like, I'm kind of leaning towards yes to some degree. I think, honestly, it sounds like she's not very popular amongst his friends. Doesn't sound like they seem to like her. I think the friend who, quote-unquote, forgot about her is more of the asshole in this story. Yeah. But for her to just be like, no, you can't go on this trip, like, what does that look like? Is she going to restrain him? Is she going to, like, threaten to break up with him? Like, what are you getting at here? It sounds like she's just very salty over this 4th of July tradition that he has. I mean, obviously sucks for her this year, but, like, not her fault, but, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, the guy who sucks is his friends. I don't think it's not that she's very popular. It's maybe that they don't live in the same state with them, or they don't really spend time with them enough for him to be like, oh yeah, his girlfriend's coming, or maybe he remembered from last year, like the years before, he never brought a girlfriend. Like they said, the girlfriends all live in Texas with the other friends, so they might all know each other. I do think it was an asshole move for them not to invite her, like, or like just be like, oh, I forgot about her. That sucks. Yeah. I feel like the trip probably should still happen. I feel like the boyfriend could also get a hotel room for just him and her.
That's what I was gonna
say. Or like, you know, something in the area of where they're staying at for that trip, or like around the lake, get like Airbnb just for them too. Also, if they're going on this trip and the boyfriend has a bed, shouldn't she be able to just use the same bed the boyfriend's using?
Yeah,
like, if there's space for the boyfriend, that means there's space for her, because the rest of the people are taking their girlfriends. It's not like they're all sleeping together. So I feel like the friend's being an asshole, and then the boyfriend's not sticking up for her either. And I feel like that is the asshole move. It's not his fault, but he's not sticking up for his girlfriend.
So the question is she the asshole for not letting him go or not wanting him?
Yeah.
Right.
The answer is yes, still, because you cannot control this type of thing.
Right.
But having said all that, the true asshole here is the boyfriend for not saying to his friend, yo, you forgot Lucinda, could you add her to this invite? Or
right.
That's what he should have done. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't get to go.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that he should give up on tradition, especially if he doesn't see them and they're not all that around, they're not together and they're not in the same state anymore.
Right.
Or anything like that. I get it. Right? But, I mean, everybody's got a little bit of asshole on this one. Again, the boyfriend. When you say like the boyfriend should have stuck up for her, it's a slippery slope, right? Because maybe there is more to it. Maybe his friends really don't like her. Now, having said that, though, the last thing they should do is intentionally exclude her. That's just going to make feelings hurt, and that's kind of not cool. But again, it's one of these kind of wobblers where, at the end of the day, she would still be the asshole for saying, well, you can't go now.
Yeah. Right.
Because if they don't invite me, you can't say that, honey. You got to, kind of put your big girl pants on and realize that maybe there's more to this, right? But then I would definitely talk to boyfriend privately.
Yeah.
Be like, look, Billy, I'm not going to tell you can't go.
Right.
But I just want you to know that this really kind of hurts my feelings, especially because, these are your friends too, and,
exactly.
we're together, and we've been together now like a longer period of time. But to simply like to give some kind of ultimatum, no, you don't do that.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to wrap it up just in case
I think
it's
we
not
should.
recording?
Anyway, we've got some stuff going on, and I got some emails I got to look at now again.
All right. Well, how did you guys like the short episode?
I mean, what can I tell you? Listen, we just didn't want to miss a week. We appreciate everybody, but the office actually is going to be closed. We're going to close we're recording this Wednesday afternoon. We're going to close a little early. We're off tomorrow for the 4th. I'm closing the office Friday the 5th.
Right.
So everybody gets a long weekend. So that's that. So hang in there, guys. And, what can I tell you? Hurricane. Tell them again where they can find us.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at The Bensama Confirm and at The Late Podcast. You can find us on Twitter and TikTok at Bensama Confirm. And you can visit our website at eblawfirm.us. If you would like to email us, you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay.